Alright, I'm going to go over just a basic usage and setup of the progression player. So basically when you first pull up your theme files, or sorry, the player files, you'll see these three folders. You know, this one's the documentation, which is probably what you're looking at right now. Then you have the player and some screenshots. So the most important folder is going to be the player folder. And we have this build folder. And this one, you probably don't want to edit any of these files. They're basically just the JavaScript and standard CSS files. So they just contain all the Flash fallback and all that kind of stuff in there. The CSS and the other folders you'll spend a bit more time in. So the one that I'm going to hit on the most is the demo. And it's pretty easy. You can just open up the index.html file and it'll display just like your live preview. But what's different from your live preview is we actually have directions on how to build all of these examples in there. So you can just click around, and if you see a skin you want to use, or just the basic usage with some options, you can just click around and see these examples. So I'm going to go ahead and go over, let's go over just the default skin real quick, and I'll just show you the files inside and explain what they do. So let's pop open the index.html file in your demo folder, and you'll notice at the top there's a group of scripts and CSS files. So the first one's jQuery, and that one's pretty basic. You may already have it running on your site. It's just a JavaScript library. So then from there we have two other JavaScript files we're pulling in. One is for the actual player, and then one is for the playlist, the audio playlist. So if you have no intentions of using the audio playlist, you can actually get rid of the playlist JavaScript and have one less file being pulled into your page. So then the next thing after that is a CSS style sheet, and this is what contains all of the default player styles, all contained in there. And then the last one is another CSS file, and this is actually called Font Awesome, and you'll notice that folder in your download right here. And this is actually a font that generates all the icons. So you see this play icon and the volume, the enlarge, the playlist are all actual icons of a font called Font Awesome. And this is what allows you to easily resize those buttons. You can just type in font size, 10 pixels, and it will resize it for you. And it also allows us to change the color on the fly throughout these skins. It really gives you a lot more control over the player. So we're basically building these players without any images. So it makes it really easy to adjust them with CSS. So after that, then the next steps are pretty easy. You just decide whether you want to make an audio player, a video player, or a playlist. And you can find examples throughout our theme of how to create these, or throughout our item, how to create these. And then at the bottom, you'll notice some JavaScript. And this is basically what turns the HTML into the player. So you'll see this JavaScript at the bottom of the page, and it references the div that you're pulling from. So progression single is telling you for this audio class right here. And it's converting the MP3 into the player. And then we have a bunch of player options that you can play around with down there. And you'll find under our basic usage page a list of player options. There's a ton of them to go over and adjust as you need for your players. And so that's the basic overview of what files and folders are going on in here. Yeah.